Well, for more on this, let's bring in Nadine Theron, who joins me from Johannesburg. Nadine, first of all, what kind of reaction has there been to this decision over the past few days?
Well, my guess is that Ryanair won't have many South African passengers in the future. And there have been calls on citizens not to support the airline and to just select another one, because it's absolute outrage that the South Africans are feeling. South Africa prides itself on having 11 official languages, and Afrikaans is only the third most spoken language in the country after isiZulu and isiXhosa. Like less than a third of South Africans can speak Afrikaans, and it's a bizarre way to determine nationality. Even the British High Commissioner has said that the quiz was not a UK government requirement. It's absolutely just a thing that Ryanair introduced. And not only does it exclude most South Africans, but it also now includes Dutch speakers who would be able to pass as South Africans through this test. So it just doesn't make sense as a test of nationality. Some news organizations have called the test apartheid 2.0, and a lot of South Africans have said by not allowing non-Afrikaans speakers on their airplanes, Ryanair is actually just excluding black people mostly from South Africa. So not only is it an absurd test, but the discrimination against non-Afrikaans speakers kind of feels like a reversal of the democracy that South Africans fought for years before 1994.
And there's even a bigger picture here. This has stirred up a lot of emotion for people just in regard to the timing of it all.
Yes, Afrikaans was the official language of the apartheid government for decades, and it became the language of the oppressor and the language of the racist regime. So even today, many South Africans who can speak Afrikaans actually refuse to speak it because of the painful memories it brings up. And we are approaching Youth Day on the 16th of June, which marks a commemoration of the Soweto uprisings of 1976. So on that day, almost 200 school children were shot and killed by apartheid police because they were protesting exactly this. Being forced to speak Afrikaans. It was the introduction of Afrikaans as a language of instruction, forced language of instruction in all schools. And that day actually marked the most fundamental challenge to the apartheid movement yet. And from that date on, the Black resistance movement in the country grew, which eventually led to Nelson Mandela's release 14 years later. Now, the Afrikaans Language Board has also slammed this decision by Ryanair because the board has really been trying to work on promoting Afrikaans as an exclusionary and diverse language spoken by all races and cultures. And that work has now been undone.
Nadine, thanks for that. Nadine Theron reporting for us from Johannesburg.